first one, because although I've heard that the other ones are better, this just makes the most sense to me.
That's fine.
We're gonna play episode 1, the first turnabout.
The blanket just wrapped around you.
No,
Blanket.
blanket over me, you know, like.
Make your neck really bad.
Okay, well, give me a minute.
Okay. Just letting you know.
First turnabout.
It's ketchup.
Her head was filled with ketchup. Damn it, why me? I can't get caught. No. Not like
going back
this.
to jail. Joker?
I've got to find someone to pin this on. Oh, well, like. Oh.
So we know that he did it.
Apparently. I'll make it look like he did it.
What's your evidence? Well, Your Honor, I saw him.
I saw the
He was going to
cutscene.
be- yeah, saw the cutscene at the beginning of this. Said he was going to pin it on that man there.
Boy, am I nervous.
It's your first day.
Right. Oh, hiya, Chief. Woo! I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Can you give me my water? Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. Oh, that works. Says a lot about you and your client as well.
That's going
That's
to hurt your
canonically.
voice.
That's canonically like what her voice sounds like.
That's going to hurt your voice so bad.
Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor?
Headcanon. Phoenix sounds like Sheriff Bronson.
I'll do my best. You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much.
You can stop, it's okay.
It's over! My life, everything is all over!
He's gonna complain tomorrow about
Dot,
his throat
dot,
being
dot?
sore, and I'm not
Is that your
able to
client
handle it.
screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Death, despair, oh, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna creep!
Shut up. Alrighty.
It sounds like he wants to die!
Do you want me to be one of these? Are you good?
In a bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Eat my pickle then.
His name is Butt.
His name is Butts. Oh, look at them anime eyes.
Nick!
Look with your special eyes.
Hey. Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished.
Oh, so he did for you.
Yeah. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this?
Oh,
It's like
Rick.
yeah, I was gonna say it's like he sounds like Morty. Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me who took away my baby.
Took my baby away.
It's the same thing. The person responsible for his girlfriend's death. Newspapers say it was you.
Soldier boy, tell him.
My name is Phoenix Wright.
We're out of pickles, by the way.
Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. So if you get it wrong, you're a fucking dipshit. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her.
Why was he walking away from her?
Larry Butts, my best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts.
Oh. Why was he walking away from the apartment when they were pinning it on him, though?
In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself into trouble.
He's stinky.
One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's got a good heart. He's a
stinky man.
That I owe him one. Which is why I took the case. To clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do.
I was so loud.
Yeah. August 3rd.
Put a noise warning in the description for
yeah,
this
I
video.
mean, it might be loud, but fucking...
Objection!
Here, you got this one.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts.
Do you want this guy too, or no?
Not really.
The prosecution's ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Oh, he's so nervous. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous.
Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client, so no pressure. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. What the fuck kind of courtroom is this?
I didn't study. Gulp. Hands shaking. Eyesight fading. Palms are sweaty. Arms weak. Mom's spaghetti.
The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case.
Phoenix Wright! Larry Butts. Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor.
Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what is the victim's name?
Whew. I know this one. Glad I read the case report. Oh, so that's it. Wait, tell me. Hey, look at the fucking case report. Cindy. It's... Wait. Uh-oh. My boner! No way, I forgot! I'm drawing a total blank on her. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure about this? You don't even know the victim's name.
I forgot how to read.
Oh, the victim, of course. Oh, the victim, of course. I know the victim's name. I just forgot temporarily. I think it's a migraine. I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record.
Yeah, we already checked it.
Just press the button you press to check it anytime, okay?
We already checked it.
Remember to check it off and do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Oh no. Okay, no, it's your line, first of all.
Oh, Mr. Wright, who's the victim in this case? Sorry, I was looking at the room and you were propped against the window. Cindizzle.
Stone.
Well, no, it's Cinder Block, obviously. What the fuck? You just say Cindy.
The victim's name is Stone. Cindy Stone.
Correct. Now, tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was... We watched it. You can check
Just
the
be
order
safe.
for that.
Just be
Okay,
safe.
alright.
She was struck once by a blunt object. She was high by the time she died.
Dick. Correct. You've answered all my questions, and I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. It's good for you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure.
Well then, first, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne.
Please, Mr. Payne is my father. Call me Max. Yes, Your Honor.
As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was?
The murder weapon was this, the statue of the thinker. Sorry, I keep switching his voice, but fuck off. It was found on the floor next to the victim.
I don't do voices, so... I see. The court accepts it into evidence.
Statue edited. Right! Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. The evidence is the only ammunition you have in court.
Next time I go babysitting, you're coming with me
Use the R1 button to check the court record frequently. For the record, when I started doing her voice, I originally tried doing a high-pitched voice.
Yeah.
And then my voice cracked once and I just quadrupled down.
Good job. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness.
Hey, yo, the prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention! You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get the chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. I want to see if I could turn down the volume. I don't know what... Oh, sound effects. And what's BGM?
Background music.
Oh. There we go. Thank you.
Yeah.
Ah, shit. Let's hope nothing unfortunate. He doesn't say anything unfortunate. Whoa, Larry got a stinky boy. He gets excited. This could no.
Stop. Well, he looks cocky. Oh no, he twitched.
And him, Mr. Butts. It's not that the victim had recently. Is it not true? Let him speak, please, babe. Is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy. We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony.
They all.
Did they all die? I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me. What's it to you anyway?
What's it to you?
Mr. Butts, what you describe as generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before you were murdered. What do you mean, one of them? Lies, all of it lies. I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, I'd like the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Passport added to the court record.
Indeed, she appears to have returned the day before the murder. Sorry, I got really into reading it. Looking at the art. The art's really cute.
Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but didn't have a large income. It appears she had several sugar daddies.
Nice. I'm so proud of her.
Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude. We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was.
She utilizes her assets.
Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right! I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I stop him from answering?
I wanted to see what happened.
My client had no idea that the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. Wince. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog? I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead.
Cheating she-dog. You guys are broken up.
That's their way of saying that, bitch. I'm going to get to the bottom of this.
Let's continue with the trial, shall we?
I believe the accused motives clear to everyone.
Yes, quite. Except
Oh boy.
no.
That's not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did and maybe I didn't.
You can't say that in court.
Oh, he went. What do I do? I know, I'll send him a signal. Hey, this is a signal. Tell the truth.
Tell the truth.
Yeah, I was there. I went.
Order. Well, Mr. Buttons.
Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man. So, like, I didn't see her. Your Honor, the defendant is lying.
Lying?
The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying.
Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness?
The man who found the victim's body just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the crime scene. See?
Order. Order in the court. Santa Claus. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness.
Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sowett, god damn it, to the stand. Fucking A, get it?
What?
Frank Sowett?
Oh, because he's... Yeah, alright.
Mr. Sowett, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is that correct? Oh, yes. Newspapers, yes. Mr. Oh shit, that's you.
Mr. Sowett, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder.
Witness account. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing from an apartment. I thought, he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright. Yeah, that's quailed, okay. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there.
You only saw him from behind if he was fleeing the scene, though.
Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that.
Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working?
Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building.
Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout?
Yes, Your Honor.
What?
However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Salt used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record from the blackout for your perusal.
I mean, if he was going door to door, wouldn't the other people have seen him going door to door? Like in the apartment building? Now, Mr. Wright. Mr.
Yes! Yes, Your Honor.
You may begin your cross-examination.
Cross-examination? Right, yes, Your Honor. Alright, this is it, the real deal!
Right.
What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you expose the lies in his testimony and the witness just gave. Lies? What, he was lying? Your client is innocent, right? And the witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not?
Nani?
You hold the key. It's in the evidence! Sorry! I had to clear my throat, that's why I talked so weird a second ago. Compared to the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand, there's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradiction between court record and the witness's testimony, then once you found the contradiction in evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face!
Like,
Do you want the dog out of the room?
I really don't.
Okay. Open the court record to point out the contradiction in the testimony! Witness account. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing the apartment. No one would believe I was the defense attorney if I didn't carry this. Loss of blood due to blood. What? Yeah.
He said that he remembered finding the body at 1 p.m. and
Oh, yes, you're right. Good catch.
with the selling subscriptions.
Yeah, I know, it doesn't have anything to do with that. I just wanted to check everything, but yeah, you're right.
Check the time of 1.
No, I saw that it was between noon and 6 p.m. So you're right, it's 4 to 5 p.m. Cause of death, so let's go. so good at this.
Yes, we.
I quilled with fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working.
Oh, that's another thing too. Is like if he couldn't go inside, then how did he know that? Well, he said the phone in her apartment wasn't working,
Yeah.
but before that he had said.
He said the door was half open.
Alright, but he said I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. So how would he know that the phone wasn't working?
I don't think I have the evidence to call that out.
Alright.
I went to the nearby park without a public phone. I remember the time exactly at 1 p.m. 1 p.m.? Are you certain? Yeah. Yes, absolutely. He seems really confident. 1 p.m.? Right. Doesn't that seem strange to you? Press some evidence to contradict him. Present, whatever. Objection! You found the body at 1 p.m. You sure? Yes. It was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes of the time of death are sometime after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m.
What else?
How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Objection. This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time.
After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Solid, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.?
Well, gee, that's really a good question.
Because that's when they got back to the apartment together after
Great
leaving
job,
the airport.
Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one and their whole story falls apart. Wait, I remember now.
Would you care to give your testimony again?
You should be better at that.
What?
I have to hit you every time.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. You see, when I found the body, I heard time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a videotape of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. The blackout!
Yeah.
Terribly sorry about that misunderstanding.
I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Right! You know what to do! I've got this one. Oh, I've got this one.
Cross-examination. Television.
Hold it right there. The prosecution has said that there was a blackout at the time of the discovery, and this record proves it. Ugh. You couldn't have heard a television or a video.
The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Solid?
No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now.
Mr. Solid, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility.
That and you seem rather...
And you seem rather distraught.
My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock to find the body.
Very well, Mr. Solid. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Witness testimony.
Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment.
You
Wasn't
didn't go
there?
in the apartment.
Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used to hit the victim. That's not a murder weapon.
The murder weapon was the clock.
That must have been what I saw.
You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Gladly.
I mean, I think you go either way. With either you didn't enter the apartment, so.
Yeah, but I don't have
All right. So then,
physical
yeah, the
evidence of that.
Oh, he's.
I know, but like I don't.
All right.
Because if I were to so I can press and see. I can see how you'd be a little doubtful. I'm really sorry. I only just remembered that table clock. A table clock.
A table.
There was a table clock in the apartment. Wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. There we go. So yeah, see, like, cause.
So yeah, it's the statue. 'Cause that's
Yeah.
not the murder weapon.
Objection! Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was this statue.
That's a dumb lie to get caught in.
Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? Well, you, with your objections and your evidence, how do you, who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Saw. Hey, I saw it was there, okay? The clock. That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may.
Yes, Mr. Payne.
As the witness stated, this is a statue of a... The statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. Just tilt it and it says a timeout loud. And it doesn't look like a clock. I submitted it as a statue. My apologies.
What? I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problem with his testimony now? And the answer is yes. Because how would he have known that it's a clock?
Your Honor, there's a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. There you go. Happy?
Yes, I am.
Clearly a contradiction.
Indeed.
The witness knew it was a clock because he went to the apartment.
Yeah.
You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah, prove it. Prove I went through there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one that killed her. You struck her in the head with the clock, and the shocking blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard.
Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sod, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about time. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face.
He just got a poop. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock?
That day I never. Look. The clock, no. What? Okay.
Why?
Shut up, I hate you. It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her, and he should be burned. Burned, give him death. My throat's starting to hurt, so I will stop doing voices here. Oh, good. I'm sorry you hate them.
No, I was just worried about you. Order in the court, I say.
Your Honor, this one I can do pretty easily.
Alright.
A moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claim.
Mr. Wright.
Your Honor.
You claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence?
The whole case is right. I better think of something carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sod heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply... Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25. This is you.
That certainly is a strange way to announce the time.
Well, he is the thinker after all.
So we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright?
Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? 11:25.
So it's 3 hours?
Ah.
Sure.
As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sod heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sod, try to talk your way out of this one. Ha 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 ha. You forgot one thing. Uh-oh, what's he talking about now? Well, it may seem like a clock that's running 3 hours slow. It proves nothing. How'd you know it was running 3 hours slow the day of the murder? If you can prove that, if you can't prove that, you don't have a case. Right, how am I supposed to prove that? Damn it, I was so close.
Mr. Wright? I tried to figure it out.
No, it's okay.
It seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim.
Yes, Your Honor.
This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sod.
I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal! Your lawyers are all slime. I almost had him. Sorry, Larry, I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast. Not so fast, Mr. Sod. Mia! I mean, Chief! Listen, upright! Don't throw this one away like this. Think! But Chief, it's over. I can't prove this clock was slow on the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. That doesn't mean you can't go in and try thinking outside of clocks. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think it through. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? And I know why, it's because of the blackout. Figure out the reason. You'll have all, yep.
What if the clock has batteries, then how would it be impacted by the blackout?
Wait! Maybe I can prove it. You guys have some evidence that can prove my point. Find it and let them have it.
Let them have it.
Oh! Because you had it when she was in Paris.
Okay, yeah. Sure. She brought it
Of
back
course.
from Paris.
There's a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ha! Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off.
Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow.
The victim had just returned home abroad from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the difference between Paris and here is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hasn't reset the clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her in the head of her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sod. Or should I say, Mr. Did It.
It's so dumb.
Oh, okay.
Oh, alright. That's where he comes from, I guess. Order! Order, I say. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness.
He was arrested and taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor.
I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly, and find the true culprit at the same time. You haven't been such a great.
Thank you, Your Honor.
At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts,
Handsome.
not guilty. You know, the judge didn't actually
They have
say
confetti
that.
in the courtroom.
Hold
I
on,
know he
the
did.
like, so he just doesn't know. And with that, the court is adjourned.
Turns out Frank saw it was a common burglar.
Oh, alright, so the sugar daddies
He
meant
posed
nothing.
as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of their houses. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sawt let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered,
She looks like a Pokemon gym trainer.
Mr. Sawt grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find.
Blood.
August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. I still can't believe we won. Holy shit! Right. Good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. And, owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been 1 week since you looked at me.
It's been a while.
I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking happy. Looking this happy. Fuck off. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Larry! You're supposed to be happy.
I mean,
What's
his
wrong
girlfriend
now?
is dead and dumped him.
Oh, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon.
Stop it.
Good. Wait, no! I mean bad! Bad! Larry, you're innocent. This case is closed. But my Cindy Wendy's gone, man. Gone forever.
She dumped you.
Larry, she was a... Nah, never mind. Congratulations, Harry.
She was
Harry?
a what? She was a what? She did nothing.
Yes, you. I can practically see the headline now.
Oh my
Harry
God.
Butts.
Mia.
Innocent. Yeah, thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this. Ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, me, my treat. Oh no, I couldn't. I was the one who got off the hook.
Cut you off.
Oh, got you off the hook.
Oh no, I was just saying cut
Oh,
you
okay.
off, like, you know.
Oh, hey!
Nudge, nudge.
Here. Take this. It's a present.
The murder weapon?
A present? For me? Wait, wasn't this evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't remember you. Don't remember you. I just cried.
Stop it.
Larry. Are you so sure? Excuse me? I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way.
I mean, she did bring that clock with her to
Yeah, true.
Paris.
Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Right. Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him?
Oh.
Oh yeah, right. What the heck is he talking about? It's my attorney's badge!
Wait. What do you mean?
I don't know. My guess is this, right?
Maybe?
Because,
Oh,
like-
yeah, because she brought it with her to Paris.
Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't jumping. Huh? What about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. She took it with her when she traveled. Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. It looks like he's just jacking off with that one hand.
A little bit.
Well,
Very
make it
slowly,
what
though.
you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thank you. Hope I made him feel a little bit better. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hope you realize the change, depending on how you look at them. People, too. You never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them.
You can stop.
And in order to believe
It's
in
okay.
them, you have to believe in yourself.
It's okay.
Right?
Hey.
Listen, learn, grow strong. We're
What are
almost
you,
done.
my mom?
Never let go of what you believe in. Never.
You don't have to sing too.
Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner on me?
Hold up, you literally just turned down
We'll
butts.
drink a toast to innocent butts.
She told
Yeah.
She told Larry she didn't want to go to dinner.
Oh, speaking of Harry,
Larry.
you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah, part at least. You'll have to tell me about it sometime, maybe over drinks.
Do you think it's gonna like become important that she doesn't know anybody's name?
No. So, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends. But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us.
You did it for the exposure.
Unless you count the clock he gave me." I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be the center of another incident.
Really?
And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep.
Oh? Oh?
The end.
What? What's up with him and Larry?
Ooh wee. What up with that?
What the fuck?
What up with that?
Yeah, for real. What's...
Ooh
Is
wee.
that another Sugar
Oh, I didn't
Daddy
mean to start
episode?
that one.
Oh, no.
Okay, no, it's fine. We can, yes.
Yes.
Cool.
Turnabout sisters.
Yeah,
I know what that means.
I'm not gonna do this right now. We can call it here.
Yeah, right.
And,
Bring a ding ding a ding a ding ding.
and now I know that, how long did we play for? 42 minutes. Okay. Now I know.
That's a good time
Yeah.
for...
Now I know not to do too many voices. It would be really nice if we could have split that up a little closer to 50.
You know, I would have been down for it, except, like, you took over so many when we first started that,
Well,
like,
yeah, you could have
everything-
taken Max
I didn't
Payne
want to steal... I
or
didn't
Mr.
want to...
Sot.
You know, and then you just jumped right into him, so I was like, you know, I don't want to steal his
I
thunder.
asked you if you wanted to take Mr. Sot, and you were like, no. Or, no, I asked you if you want to take Mr. Payne, and you were like, no. And you
Well,
only had
and, like-
one job at that point, so I'm like, alright, I guess he's only doing the 1-1.
Next
Anyway.
time we can split it 50-50.
Thank you, so that way my throat doesn't die.
Yeah.
Alright.
I mean, it wouldn't die if you didn't do fun voices, because I didn't do a fun voice, and I was fine.
I didn't do fun voices for Phoenix Wright most of the time.
You went back and forth for Phoenix.
For Butts, I didn't do it.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
A couple of times.
Until he got very emotional, I didn't do it. And then Mr. Sot, I went back and forth. But anyway.